Hello folks, my name's Jason Richardson. I'm the lead guitar player for Kelly's Country Junction, and I'm here to tell you about MJT guitars made in Carthage, Missouri. If you would like a custom-made vintage-style guitar, then you need to talk to Mark Jenny. He'll help you out with the style, feel, and sound you are looking for. They specialize in custom-made finishes and are priced affordable, made with you in mind for the perfect sound and fit. MJT guitars, made for the working man.
And we're back with my guest tonight, LaVeeta Faye from Branson, Missouri, right?
Yes.
LaVeeta?
Thank you.
Good to have you back on.
Good to be here.
You were on, what, 3 months ago, 4 months ago?
It's something like that, yeah.
And we didn't even get close to being finished with what we were talking about. So
that means we talk a lot.
Well, it's just you only got like 30 minutes to do this, and some people are just really entertaining, and so there's a lot you can say with them. I hate to get people that don't talk.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's a talk show, folks. You know, like, so where are you from? They go, New York. So what do you do there? Drive a cab. Okay. So it's time for commercial. Anyway, to get us caught up, you are from Springfield, Missouri originally.
Originally.
And so now, was you born there?
I was born in Springfield, and I had most of my musical experience there. My sister and I played. We had a lot of bands in Springfield, and we talked about that last time.
Yes.
And then I got really saved, and I got a supernatural healing. But we moved to, my partner and I had a recording studio downtown Springfield, and we were doing a lot of work out of Branson.
Okay.
And so we moved to Branson in 1994.
Okay, 94. And we had talked about that, and then what happened after that?
Well, in 94, our good friend Bert Jones, he was shooting us a lot of work. We were helping him a lot. And he passed away. They found him in the lake. Well, he was in the lake, and he passed away. So we closed our studio, and then my partner was a good engineer, so he took his place and finished up his projects. And we did, a couple of years there. And then in 1996, we reopened our own studio.
Okay. What was some of the people, I believe we talked about this last time, but who were some of the people that actually came to your studio?
We had a lot of the people in Branson. We had Jim Stafford was a customer, Jimmy Osmond. We have did some vocal tracks for Pam Tillis.
Okay.
And she records out of Nashville, but he would cut some tracks in Branson and send them to her now husband, Matt, back in Nashville.
Okay.
Let's see, we had Carrie Tillis. We did a lot.
Now, who's that?
Carrie is Pam Tillis' sister.
Okay, so that's Mel Tillis is another one of his daughters?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Wow. I mean, I put two and two together. I guess that's what that would be, but I'm just saying. I don't know about her. So.
Yeah. Oh, she is in Pam's show. She is an operatically trained singer.
Oh.
And she does some of her opera in the show.
Okay.
But she also sings, just like good old country, like the rest of us.
Yeah, well, I mean, you couldn't be a Tillis and probably not do country, so.
No.
If you hear anything, it's a little odd, a little strange in the studio today. We have another friend of ours here, and they're kind of fighting like a cold and stuff. So if you hear on the out, that's what it is. And so nobody's dying. It's okay.
No dying. We don't allow that.
We don't do no dying. Well, I have died on the set before, but other than me, nobody dies here.
Well, you look fine now.
Well, thank you. Yes, I have also been sick, and so, but I'm doing a lot better now.
Good.
But last week, I wasn't worth anything. I had a bad sore throat, and and we had Terry Wayne Sanders last week, so that I had to try to keep up with him, and I was sick, so you know how that went. Mm-hmm.
I couldn't keep up with him.
And he was Grandma Beulah, so it was double bad.
Didn't he interview you?
He did, and insulted me the whole time.
Of course.
Well, it wasn't him; it was Grandma Beulah.
Yeah.
Like, Kelly, there's so many people that just want to hear what your life's all about. Well, at least there's one or two. Maybe a dog. Thanks, Grandma.
A dog.
But you gotta love Terry.
Oh yeah.
So, and then he brought another friend that is on, and that was a young man I'd met, Josh Goff.
Yeah.
And have you seen Josh and some of the stuff he does?
I've seen a little bit of the clips.
Yeah. Very
Amazing.
talented
Yeah.
young man. So, and he also is a filmmaker, and
Yeah.
wow, he's really good. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of the things that he and Terry comes up with. Now, getting back to you, Miss LaVeeta Faye.
Well, a lot of the people that, like Jimmy Osmond was sick here. He had a stroke in the first of the year. He's all right. He came out of it, but he was one of our clients. And I when I saw that, I said, "Oh wow, that's just."
So now, Jimmy, tell the folks he's one of the Osmond brothers.
He's the youngest Osmond, and has a fantastic business head. I mean, he's
Is he in Branson?
He is in Branson periodically,
Okay.
but I don't know that he lives there. They all have lived there in times past, so
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
But
Well,
when he's in the studio, he's an amazing worker. If you wanted to learn the art of doing studio, he would be a good one.
Wow.
Comes in as a producer, knows what he wants, has an eye. He hears everything that's going,
Yeah.
and yet he's always working on something.
Yeah,
Always.
the Osmond brothers, I mean, they have such tight and amazing harmonies and
Yes,
stuff.
they-
So
yeah.
I'm sure they've all got that ear, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, neat family.
Harmony is one thing that has escaped this hillbilly. I can do all kinds of stuff, but I cannot do harmony. I cannot do it. You can show me my part, and I'll find it. Ha ha! And the minute the song starts, I'm right back in the lead. Ha!
Well,
So I don't have an ear for that. So, but we're glad that Jimmy's doing better.
yeah,
So-
me too. Yeah, me
Well,
too.
if you ever get a chance, tell him about the show. He needs to come be on it.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
So I got one of the Osmond brothers. We'll go out and have chicken after we're done.
Chicken.
Chicken. We'll have to have Rod come over. Rod Phillips. We'll have to have him because he's from my part of the world, and we do like chicken.
You like chicken?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Rod likes chicken. Does Rod like chicken? Oh yeah, Rod
She's
likes
saying
chicken.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, now Miss LaVeeta, when we come back, I want to have you do something you didn't do on the show last time. I want you to sing a little something for the people out there. We're not going yet. They haven't held up, no fingers or nothing. So, or
No.
shook their when they shake their fist
Yes.
at me, it's time. I know we got to go to commercial. So looks like we got 3 minutes. So
Okay.
what do you want to talk about? We got 3 minutes.
We got 3
Go.
minutes. All right. Let's see. I'll just give you a real quick. What I've done in Branson since when we had the studio, I pretty much, took care of the studio, and I didn't play a lot, but I did play for Faith Life Church. I was their bass player.
Yeah, which is
And
Keith Moore.
it's
We
Brother
talked
Moore.
about.
We talked about
The
that.
fact is, I believe that's about all we talked about last time. So we're going to move on, Brother Keith. Thank you.
So I've done that, and right now, this past season, I have played the part of Mrs. Buck Thompson in the Shepherd of the Hills play.
Mrs. Who now?
Buck Thompson. Mrs. Buck, that's what we say.
Mrs. Buck Thompson.
Yes,
'Cause
Mrs. Thompson.
I'm not. My ears are still plugged up. I thought, but what'd you
Buck.
say?
No,
Buck.
like the deer.
Oh, okay.
And that's a fine bunch of folks out there, and I really, Terry's out there too.
Yeah.
Terry plays,
Oh,
so
my.
I've really enjoyed that. And recently, I've been getting back into, doing my music. I've played for other people a lot and played their music, and I've always kind of been the side musician.
Done
And
that
it's
for-
scary. It's scary
Yeah.
to do your own.
Well, it was more scary for me to do everybody else's, I think. So I know what I want to do. I can't mess mine up. So, but I was always a little worried I might be messing somebody else's up. But you said you're coming back into music again, and I did that. Rod said basically that he started doing his own music, and
Yeah.
it's just something about it's in the air that we just kind of want to do what we do and have fun with it now.
Well, it's what's in us. We want to give our heart, and I'm not a virtuoso player. I wish I was, but I am what I am, and I do it from my heart, and that's what I like to listen to. I prefer that
Yeah.
myself.
I always say, the only reason I'm here at all is because I have the show. I have the cameras. I have the mic. Or else I wouldn't be here. Nobody would let me on this show. Oh, but I'm like the little fat kid with the football. I'm either going to be quarterback or nobody plays. So I'm not a great producer. I'm not a great director. I'm pretty good, and I'm not a great songwriter, but I'm pretty good. I'm not a but what I say is I'm not by any means or stretch of the imagination the best, but I sure do have fun.
Yes,
and
that's.
But what I am pretty good at is getting us on TV. So,
yeah, you've done it.
That's my one big talent. I just, and all that takes is a lot of bull. And so you just get on the phone and start talking. Hey, listen, I got this show.
The technology nowadays, we can do that.
Yes.
Used to, it was up to somebody in a distant foreign land.
Yeah.
And now we can do our music. And
we were talking about that, how that, technology has allowed us to be, we don't have to go to Hollywood to do a movie, and we don't have to go to Nashville. That means we got to go to commercial, but we don't have to go to Nashville in order to record anymore.
Right.
But we do have to go to a commercial, and we'll be back right after this with more with LaVeeta Faye.
Oh, that's right. It's the sound of fall and football. So, if you want to be on your game and be ready for what this season may bring, then come on down to JR's Western Store and check out their large variety of fall apparel, including all types of boots, hats, coats, and jeans. That's right, JR's Western Store in Diamond, Missouri. It's time to get a kick out of life.
And we're back from those commercials with LaVeeta Faye from Branson, Missouri. And now when we left, we weren't holding these instruments, were we?
they appeared.
Yeah, they just, it's like that. And this is not mine, unfortunately. This belongs to a friend of ours off stage here, and he's watching me very close. And so this belongs to Rod Phillips, but that's your Taylor.
That's my Taylor.
But now, if you ever want to give it away,
Well, you've given away some Martins. So.
I have. I've given away Martins and Takamines and all kinds of stuff. So I've just been sowing seed. I'm just waiting for harvest.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm joking, but
Oh, it does.
Anyway, now what we're doing with these, before we go to our commercial break, hopefully we can play a couple little tunes for the folks out there,
All right.
But getting back to Branson, so what are you doing now? What keeps you the busiest right now in Branson?
Well, I've been pretty busy. I did Shepherd of the Hills, and then I went right from that into Dickens' Carolers of Branson.
Okay, and what did you say a while ago? You said you're playing the part of who?
I'm playing Mrs. Buck Thompson.
Buck Thompson, okay. What kind of a character is that?
Oh, she's her husband is a mess. He's a hillbilly mess. He actually turns out to be a pretty good guy. So her job is just basically to follow him around, keep him in line, keep him from drinking.
My life story. How about that? I didn't know they wrote that.
Yeah. And so he's a character that's played by Mike Tilden.
Okay.
And he's played it for years. And then there's some other guys in the show that play the part. But yeah, he's pretty much a character, and he turns out to be a pretty good guy. But
What have you done? I may have asked you this the last time because I've slept since then, so I don't remember what we talked about exactly. Kerry Richardson. Do you know Kerry Richardson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he do anything down there where you're doing your shows?
Yeah, or? I'm not sure what all he's doing, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll be on the show before long, I think, because
Awesome.
he was getting hold of me. We're visiting, and so
Okay.
just trying to get him, and probably be a good time to try to get him before he gets busy.
Yeah, because during season, I mean.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have a break until I went right from Shepherd to the Dickens, and then I go to Hopedale Baptist Church in Ozarks, and they're very active in their drama and in their music programs. So I had a lead in that and was part of that.
Wow.
So after New Year's, I kind of collapsed.
Wow. Well, yeah. Terry, I always get him. January and February is the best time to get
Right.
Terry,
Yeah.
And I would like to do a movie with him, but we'd have to do it in 2 months, or the coldest months, and it might snow or it might not.
Right.
Because at the time of this taping, there's no snow here,
No.
but just 60 miles north of us, they've got the electric off.
Oh, yeah.
With
yeah,
they had so much ice and snow.
Yeah.
So God blessed us so we could be here today to do this show.
Yeah, we were very fortunate.
Yeah. Although it's cold out there.
Yeah.
It's like 30, but I started to gripe about it. I said, well, it's so cold, trying to load up.
But you have a palm tree.
Yes, yes, a regular Elvis movie here.
I love it.
But anyway, what I started to say was I was griping, see.
Oh.
That's nature, and then it came to me though. Well, at least you've got electric. You didn't have all that snow. I said,
Right.
yeah, that's true. So it might be cold, but we can survive it.
Yeah.
So. Well, now you're going to play a little song that you wrote, right?
I'm going to play a little part of it.
And I'm going to attempt to help you, maybe.
All right.
So I just learned. We just learned it during the commercial break. So,
You came up with this. Oh, you want to play a song? Well, okay.
so
My mind went blank.
now you can help me out here. This
I
has
help
a
you.
G and a C and a F,
Yeah.
which you
And-
call the what? Was that a
Seven flat.
Seven. So, folks, if you're ever in G and you go to the 4, which is a C, then you got to go 7 flat. That's F. Now, she didn't tell me that at first. I said, well, I can't play no 7 flat. And so Rod says, that's just an F. I said, well, I can play an F. Why didn't you just say that?
Well, in Branson and studios and a lot, they use the number system, Nashville numbers.
Yeah.
And when you get used to using that,
Yeah.
that's just how you
Well,
think.
I can do numbers, but I don't do a 7 flat.
Well, you do today because you're playing F.
Well, 'cause not very many songs that I do has a 7 flat. They're like it has a 1, a 4, a 5, maybe a 2 minor, a 6 minor.
There you
keep
go.
it simple.
Okay.
But no, she came up with a 7 flat, which is an F if you're in G. So, but what's the name of this song?
Okay. It's called Dangerous.
Danger. Oh, it
It's
is
about the
danger.
call on my life.
Danger.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
realized at some point, this is dangerous. What am I thinking? That I'm going to go out and I'm going to play music again, and I'm going to really? Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to play a little of this with you. So, and Rod might even
He's
play a
all
little
set.
something. I don't know. So we hear a little guitar off the that's Rod over here playing. So.
It's the ghost rod.
Yeah, the Ghost Rod. Yeah, it's right here on
Close to the
Spotlight
spook
on the Ozarks.
Yes.
Yeah, it is close to the Spook Light. Now that's something.
We've got
Have you
our
ever-
own. We've got Rod.
Well, there you are. Have you ever been to the Spook Light over here?
One time we didn't see any spooks, and that's good because I didn't want to.
I have been to the Spook Light at least half a dozen times. I think 7, and I've seen it every time.
Really?
Every time that thing come right up over our car, and we'd look
Righty.
in the back, and there it would go right down the road.
Isn't that wild?
And one time, I got to tell this, I was with carload Indians from Oklahoma.
From Oklahoma.
Yeah. And I was an Indian too.
Native.
I was an Indian. I'm not anymore. I'm no white man now. I don't know what happened to me. But anyway, but we were all Indians in those days.
The old Indian days.
Yeah, and we were drinking. This has been about 30-some years
okay.
ago. And we're just parked out there, but true story. And so it's summertime, and we've got the windows down. We're drinking. Nobody's really plastered drunk, but we're waiting for the light, Well, all of a sudden, I had my arm out. I was on the passenger side, and the gravel, there's gravel here.
Yeah.
And I heard it like that, real heavy. And first thing I thought was Bigfoot. Bigfoot has got a hold of my arm. And so he grabbed my arm, and I look at it like this, and there was just enough moonlight you could see, and it was somebody else. We didn't know this guy.
Oh.
Somebody had beat him up. He was blood from one end to the other, and so this face is right here in my face. You talk about freaking out. I did an Indian war chant, baby, sitting right there. We had a rain dance and a good rain that night,
A good rain after that.
No, we ended up having to take him to the hospital over in Miami, so to get sewed up.
Well, he was way out in the boondocks to be beat up.
Yeah, they were all drinking, and somebody beat him up. So we took him in. So, but anyway, I seen that spook light at least 6 times.
Yeah. I've heard people say that they've seen it. I never did, but
well, we better play before we get too spooky for people. I have to change the name of the show to Paranormal. Something like that. I don't know. Paranormy.
I'm not normal.
We're not normal. That's it.
We're not.
Okay, now name of this again is
Dangerous. Midnight mountain, billion stars, thinking of you, I gotta do what's right. Though my heart's a fragile thing, caught on fire, that I don't deny. Change it up on here. What you gonna do but face the facts, deal with the maker of heaven and earth who loves us. Vision and I took the call. Do I understand it all? It's dangerous. Oh, it's dangerous.
Yeah. Hey. I messed up once or twice, but Oh,
I did too.
I'm just such a pro, they probably didn't notice it.
Hey, this is real.
This is real.
Down home.
Well, let's well, hold that up again, Stephen. What was that? Okay. Well, we got time, and let's do another one. Let's do this one. It's an old song. I think it's old public domain. We're hoping. If it's not, then well, we'll have to cut this part out. You get a line, I'll get a pole. What's it called? A crawdad song, isn't it? So it goes in key of G. Well, you get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go down to the crawdad hole, honey, baby mine. You know any of it?
No, not really.
You get a line. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You want to go higher?
Yeah.
You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. Now we're bluegrass. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go down to the crawdad hole, honey, baby. One more time. Here we go. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll run down to the crawdad hole, honey, baby mine. I said, honey, baby mine. I don't know if they heard Rod off the camera or not, but he's over here just tearing it up. He
is.
Doing a good job. He was the best one. He should have been on camera, see?
I know. He's a good musician.
Now, you're going to be doing our show, Kelly James and the 70s Review.
Yes.
Which is not on this station, so we can't tell where to see it at, I guess, but maybe they'll let me run a commercial. I don't know. Anyway, if you get to see it, it would be over on another channel like Ink Family.
Something like that.
Yeah. Something like that. Ink Family.
Yeah.
So that would be something like that.
Yeah.
So you can see that show. And then you can see more of you, though, on the music that you do.
I'm going to do some original songs, some just down-home stuff.
Cool. And that's what we like. Well, I'm not sure we talked about anything else like we was going to, but,
Oh, well.
Yeah. Well, you're going to come back again, so you'll have to. So
right.
We're going to go to a commercial, and then we'll be back with a little wrap-up here, but we're going to leave you with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We run down to the crawdad hole. Hey, Georgette, did you know Kelly's Country Junction comes on this station?
Mm-hmm. And Kelly Lee James is my favorite.
Well, a lot of folks say I look like him.
In your dreams.
Hard to believe you're Joanne's little sister. I met you, you were 6 years old in that sandbox. I should have let that cat covered you up.
Homer, listen.
You listen.
No.
Don't start on me. And we're back after those commercials, and now we've lost our instruments again.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
The spook like they vanished.
Yeah, they just took it away from us. How do you like that? But is there anything that you would like to say before we have to leave here in a little bit? We're going to do a little wrap up here, but where can people see you at? Where do you play at?
Well, they can come to Shepherd of the Hills. Mm-hmm. And right now, of course, I'm on the praise team at Hopedale Baptist Church.
Okay.
And I don't know what else is on the schedule. I'm just getting back out there and as it comes up.
Now, but you're in this play. Mm-hmm. How long are you going to be doing that? Does that run all summer?
It does. It runs to the end of October.
Okay.
October. Yeah, it's a great story. It's a story of the Ozarks. It's a true story of Branson.
Okay.
You know.
What's show times?
I think it's 8 o'clock. I'm there much earlier.
8 p.m.?
8
okay.
p.m.
Not 8 a.m.
No.
So, okay. I know some Branson shows are.
Oh,
so,
they are.
Yeah,
morning show.
Yeah. I haven't been to Branson in a long time for a show. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we've got to have you come and see Shepherd. Then you can harass me and you can harass Terry. And,
yeah, I will too. I'll be up in the crowd hollering. I'll say, I don't know what I would say. I wouldn't say anything. I tell you, Branson's not the place you want to harass Terry Wayne Sanders. People would kill you. He's like Elvis in Branson. People will kill you over Terry Wayne Sanders.
Oh, they've tried at the show. He had some friends there one night, but you can't beat him, so don't.
No, you're not going to, no. I always liked Terry because you just set him up and away he goes.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So I just set him up and let him go. He's nuts. Mm-hmm. You know, in a good way. He's crazy.
In a good way. Yeah. In a good way.
In a good way. He's crazy, yeah. But he'll be the first to tell you that, you know.
Branson's changed a lot over the years, but there's a lot to do. There's a lot, for younger people, too, that want to be real active.
Okay. So what about that? What would you tell young folks out there that maybe wants to start playing music or get into acting with, there's a lot of acting jobs there probably.
There probably are some. Now, Shepherd, the cast has been there a long time. Some of them, that's the only job they've ever done.
Right.
So I'm real blessed and fortunate to be there. Okay. Just go audition. It takes a while. People get a little frustrated. They give up easy.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No, you just got to keep at it and keep going and, meet people. Go play the freebies and.
Yeah, I went to Nashville the first time back in '77. I was 19. And that's been however many years ago. I'm 60 now. And I figure by next year or year after I should make it.
All right.
So you can't give up.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm still trying. Miss LaVeeta, thank you, dear.
Thank you
for being here, and you have to come back again, right?
All right.
No, okay, you got to come back. You got to, because we never get all the way through anything. And I'm just getting over a cold. I have to apologize. I'm on drugs. And I'm almost as bad as Terry today. I'm just swimming. I'll go home and watch this after they edit it and go, oh my gosh, was that me? Well, till next week it is. And we'll be back with somebody else next week right here on Spotlight on the Ozarks. You better come back and watch us, because you never know who's going to be on, because I don't. I may not even be here. May have somebody else here. You never know.